welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Katrina and I am back with another video for you guys today. So I know I am like 2 weeks late doing this video. This product is already available. It is the MAC Studio Finish concealers that just came out. I'm obsessed with the Studio Fix foundations. I wanted to do a first impressions video and record it so we can both experience this together. But if you want to see how this video went, then go ahead and keep on watching. But before you do that, hit the subscribe button, please. It means the world to me. Hit the bell button, and if you like this video at the end of it, hit the like button. Did I say that right? Yes, I did. So let's go ahead and keep on watching this video. So today I'm going to be doing a first impressions demo on the new Studio Fix 24-hour wear concealer by MAC. Now MAC is like, it holds a dear place in my heart because when I first started doing makeup, I feel like anyone like who's first started doing makeup or wearing makeup, it was like MAC was the store that you went to. So the Studio Fix foundation is like my baby. I still to this day love that foundation, so I'm excited to see how good the concealer actually is because I know they have the Pro Long, so I'm excited to see the Studio Fix concealer. So that's what we're going to be reviewing today and trying out. Hopefully, I really hope it's really good. I've seen some mixed reviews. Like, I haven't watched anybody else's reviews, but I've definitely like seen comments, people saying, oh my gosh, this stuff is bomb. Someone said it was trash. So I just want to see for myself, and why not do it on camera so you guys can see as well. So I received all 33 shades, even in like the lightest shades to the darkest shades. I'm not going to swatch all of them, but I am going to swatch the ones that I do think will be in my color range. I'm going to be swatching the NW shades, so because that's the shade that I am in, so I'm like around there, so I'm going to be swatching those. I'm going to just show you guys the packaging. This is what it looks like. And I'm also going to be trying out the Sculpt and Shape Contour Palette. This is in medium to deep. I haven't really seen any reviews about this one, so we'll see, but I'm going to be trying it out. I'm going to be doing a full face. I'm not going to show everything, as you guys know. So before we get started on swatches, I just want to give you guys a little bit of information on this new concealer. So there are 33 shades. It is supposed to be full coverage, super blendable coverage, and have a nice like natural finish to it. Also, it is supposed to be 24-hour wear. So there are 10 shades of the NW range. I am in NW 48 in the foundation, and I think I usually wear like an NW 45 in the concealer, so I kind of have an idea already what concealer I am, what like shade, but I do want to swatch them. So it goes from NW 10, NW 20, 30, 34, 35, 40, 45, 50, 53, and 55. So I'm going to be swatching on my arm because I feel like I have the most room on my arm, and I'm going to be starting off from lightest to darkest. So this is NW10. We have NW20. So definitely like it's a creamy consistency. I do wish that they didn't start the NW range so light though. This is NW30. This is NW34. This is NW35. Sometimes I feel like it takes so long for the color range to actually start getting deeper. This is NW40. This is NW45. That's the shade I think is my color. This is NW50, NW53, and then this is NW55. Really quick though, I do want to add a couple of the NC shades. There's a couple that I see that might be a little bit darker, like in between some of the ranges. So I'm just gonna add 3 more shades, and I'm gonna put them like towards the end right here. So these last 2 right here, this is NC48. And then we have NC50. So I just wanted to add those last 2 in because they're a little bit warmer than some of these first couple of colors. So you can definitely try to go into the NC range, but the NW range starts off kind of light and only has a couple shades. So just from doing all of those swatches, I kind of already know which one is my color. So I'm going to be going with NW45. I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like up close. This one just is warm enough. The other ones kind of are too yellow for my undertone. It's just gonna make me way too light and looking ashy. So I'm gonna just go ahead and use this one because I already know what my concealer shade looks like. It's kind of the same across the board for like any brand. They kind of all have this type of tone to them. So I know that this one is my color, especially when I swatched it. I kind of knew as soon as I swatched it that it was my color. So I'm gonna just start off by priming my face using the Too Faced Hangover Primer. This is, I don't know, it's just become one of my favorite primers, and I didn't wear primers before either, but this one, I don't know, just the texture of it, I really like it. So okay, so I feel like concealers and like foundations usually are meant to work together. So I went ahead and went to the MAC store and picked up my Studio Fix foundation, and I'm in the shade NW48. I switch between NW48 and 50. Sometimes in the winter I can get as low as like a 47, but I'm gonna just go in the middle of these two because I swatched 50 in the store on my chest and it was just a little bit too dark. It's still there too. It's a little bit too dark, so I'm gonna just go with NW48. This foundation is like my holy grail. So I'm gonna be using a beauty blender to blend that out. Like honestly, like MAC doesn't get the recognition that it deserves because literally they've always had such a huge shade range. That's one thing I will say. Like when I started wearing makeup, MAC was one of those places that I could go to and be like, okay, I know they have my foundation shade. Look how nice this finish is. It just gives me such a nice finish. I didn't do anything right here though because I don't like to do anything with that until I do my concealer. So now we're gonna get into the concealer. I wonder though if I can use that dark shade, which was in W55, to conceal. They always say that they come out with really dark shades, but then I can never conceal or like contour with the darkest shade. So I wonder if I can though. So I guess we can try this out. It usually never works, so we'll see. So I'm gonna be using NW45 to conceal. Now the girl at the MAC store was telling me this one compared to the Pro Long wear is this one keeps its like creamy texture compared to the Pro Long, because the Pro Long, as soon as you put it on, like you really have to blend it fast or it kind of like gets stuck, and this one doesn't do that supposedly. So we'll see. So I forgot to mention that they go for $21. And it comes with 0.24 flow ounces. Let's see. Compared to the Too Faced. Oh, okay, so it comes with more, but this one's like mad expensive though, so like I can't even compare it to that because this one is like $27 or $28. So I guess compared to the two, this one is way more affordable. So I'm gonna go ahead and blend that out with the same beauty blender. And I'm gonna wait to do my eyes because I wanna see how full coverage it supposedly says that it is. It definitely does dry fast, so you can't just sit here and let it because it's kind of like leaving a mark where I placed it. I don't know, guys. You see how it gets stuck right there? So don't let it sit on your face. Or like, maybe you have to like work in like sections. Yeah, this thing definitely does dry fast. It's not even like I have to like work. Yeah, don't let it sit on your face. Don't let it sit on your face. Oh shit, look. It picked up my foundation. I wonder if they have like a preferred way to apply this. Like if you're not supposed to apply it with, yeah, just like, ooh. Oh, MAC, what's going on? Yo, it's like stuck on my forehead. And now it's picking up my foundation. Okay, So I'm gonna try to apply a little bit more, and I'm gonna use my brush instead, because the beauty blender, I'm gonna work in sections, because I can't be having shit picking up. That's like the worst thing ever, is when you're doing your concealer or whatever and you go to blend it out and it picks up. But I just want to show you guys. So like, can you see? I don't know if you guys can see, but right in this little area it picked up my foundation, and then right in this area it picked up my foundation too. So yeah, I would definitely say use a brush, or like just don't let it sit on your face. Because now that I'm blending it out with a brush, it's definitely like full coverage. Oh, and just to let you guys know, I'm using a Morphe E20 brush. This is like my holy grail brush for my concealer now. Like, this is what it looks like after we reworked it. But definitely I would say use a brush, because the beauty blender and them two, that just didn't work well. Don't let it sit on your face. It definitely does dry fast. But coverage wise, it looks pretty good. Not gonna lie, it's pretty good. Once you, but then you have to keep in mind too that I did go over it twice. But yeah, I'm gonna keep working. I'm gonna go ahead and contour. Oh, okay, so I'm gonna see if I can contour with that deepest color. So there are two deep colors. There is NW53 and NW55. So I'm gonna try to go with the darkest one. This is what they look like side by side. So you can see that one's kind of more of a neutral tone, which is this one, the 53, and then 55 kind of has more of a like warm reddish tone to it. So I'm gonna try to use 55 and pray that this works, because if not, it's just gonna be a disaster. Okay, Mac, don't fail me now, okay? Okay, we'll see. If not, I'm not gonna, okay, before I ruin my makeup and have to work 10 times harder to blend this out, I'm gonna just do one side. Okay, so I think I can get away with this. I think I can work with this. So let's continue on. Yeah, it's definitely doing something. Okay. Okay, Mac, okay. You was scaring me in the beginning, but okay. Also, another thing that the lady at MAC said was that it is not supposed to crease. And you guys know, you see my hair when I tell, it is not supposed to crease. It's not supposed to crease. And you guys know how I am about creasing. I get really, really bad smile lines. Like, they make me look like I'm 80 years old. So this is like, I'm always looking for things that don't crease. So after I set it, if this creases, girl, bye. Okay, so we are all concealed and contoured. So now I need to figure out if I'm gonna use this after I set my everything or before. Oh, okay, so it's just a little simple palette. I thought it was gonna be like, I don't know why I was expecting something different. It's just a simple contour palette. And honestly, these look a little ashy. So it has what they're supposed to do. So it is soft focus, light sweep, warm light, shade, shadowy, define. Honestly, these look a little bit too cool toned and like ashy, and they're not gonna keep the warmth that I need in my face. So I really don't even know if I'm going to try to use them, because honestly, to do anything to my face, it's gonna have to be one of these. That's just too peachy. That's just gonna make me look ashy, and that's gonna make me look ashy as well. And these two, I'm gonna show you guys. So that's what that one looks like. That's this one right here. And then this is, yeah, those are just too like ashy for me. So I'm not gonna waste my time using them. I'm sorry, it's just they're not gonna work. And just looking at them, maybe like I could get away with this one because it's a little bit more warm, but this one right here is just too ashy, and that's just gonna make me look dirty rather than sculpted and like shaped or anything. So I'm sorry, I'm not gonna use these ones. I'm not gonna use these ones, I'm sorry. I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my face, and then I will be back to just give my overall thoughts and see how it looks once everything is set in place and done. So I will be right back. All right, you guys, so this is the finished look with like the concealer. This is what it looks like after I've set everything. I think it looks really good, but it's really hard for me to tell if I like a product. One, because my skin is pretty okay, like I don't have a lot of blemishes or anything, so it's gonna look nice on my skin, especially after I set it and put everything in place. It's gonna look nice on my skin, so it's really hard for me to determine if a product is bad or if I like it, if I don't like it. The only thing I will say though, I didn't like in the beginning how it got stuck. I don't like that. That right there will literally like not make me want to buy a product, because I hate when it does that and it picks up your foundation. I feel like that's one of the hardest things sometimes to like fix if you don't catch it early enough, and then it's picking up all your freaking foundation and everything, and then sometimes you have to do your entire base over. So I'm not a fan of that, but I don't know if it was just the beauty blender or if I let it sit too long. So definitely the lady at the MAC store said that it doesn't dry fast, but it actually did. I was only talking for a couple of seconds, and then it was just like I tried to blend it out and it was starting to get stuck and stick to my face. So it definitely, I mean, if you're gonna buy this, I would say don't waste any time before blending it out. Go ahead and start blending it out. Maybe even work in sections, and I would probably use a brush rather than a beauty blender, because the beauty blender, it was just a disaster using the beauty blender and that product together. And I was surprised that I was actually able to even like contour. Usually the darkest shade that runs in concealer I cannot contour with. It is way too, it's like the same color as my skin, so it just doesn't work. I can use this foundation maybe on one of those like no makeup days, but usually I cannot contour. But it has a nice finish. I wasn't creasing, so it says that it doesn't crease. I'm not gonna do an actual wear test where I come back and talk about it. If anything, I'm just gonna go ahead and insert some pictures now of a couple hours later on. So those are what it looks like a couple hours after. I just went around and hung out with some of my friends and ran errands. So that's what it looks like. But overall, I don't know. I'm not obsessed with it, but I don't hate it. I don't know if I would switch that out for my Too Faced concealer, the super coverage that I've been like living for lately. I don't know. Maybe I'd switch between the two, but I definitely wouldn't just turn to this concealer and this be my everyday like holy grail concealer. No, just because I had to work extra trying to get it to blend out. But yeah, that is pretty much it. My thoughts and everything. Like I mentioned, it goes for $21, which isn't bad. It's already available to you guys. It came out September 6th. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I cannot wait to see you guys next time. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit the like button and the bell button. And I will see you guys next time.